Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I will be giving you guys a sketchbook tour of this sketchbook. It was my foundation art and design course, and yeah, I was just going through a whole load of my sketchbooks and I thought I would give you guys a little glimpse into one of the sketchbooks I did before I left college. Thought I'll show you guys this one since I'm pretty proud of this the most. So I'll just give you like a brief run through. The basic idea of it was future, based around modern futuristic garments inspired by past designers and what the future fashion would look like. So the first thing I started off doing is doing a little mood board, which is this right here. So this is basically like the basis of how I started it. I was looking at very futuristic kind of avatar, matrixy designs. As you guys can see, they're like very conceptual and light orientated and very blue and very futuristic. That was like what I wanted to do with this project. So yeah, that was like my brainstorm. Majority of these I got from Pinterest. Pinterest in college was like my best friend. So we're going on to the first one. I looked at Alexander McQueen Givenchy Fall Winter 1999 collection, and I loved all like the wiring and like the colored kind of design incorporated within each garment. I thought it was just so cool. I don't know why, I just absolutely loved it. It was like very futuristic, very like Tron like with this collection. And to start off, I added a circuit board. I think I got this from like an old, I don't even know, an old remote or something. I can't remember where I found it, but I just like to look at the design of the actual circuit board, as a lot of the designs, as you guys can see from this one and this one, it has a lot of circuit board designs in it. So then I went on to drawing my own designs based off the circuit board that you guys just saw. So I googled some Google images of circuit boards, and then I did some embroidery onto some PVC just to see what that looked like. I think it was quite difficult at first because it was kind of tearing the PVC, and then I just did a few designs, some like transparent little twirls, and then a little design at the top. I really like this design. I think it's really cool. It was just based off the circuit boards from the first design from Alexander McQueen's collection, and then I just like the transparency, so I just included it in the skirt part of the dress. And then I just did another concept here and I drew that one. And then going on to the next page, I looked at another Alexander McQueen collection, and this was his spring 2010 collection. And this one was very futuristic again, but this was very like more alien like, whatever that means. It was very conceptual again, with the colors and the prints and how everything moved with the fabrics. I just really liked the idea of that. So yeah, I looked at that collection, and I also looked at Iris van Herpen, the couture for winter collection. So I just tried to get some more ideas from that. Again, this is very matrixy. And then I kind of, when I saw this collection, it made me think of like centipedes and animals for some reason, just the way it was like shaped and molded. So I looked up some centipedes and like saw all these designs from like Google Images, and then I just drew up some designs, as you guys can see. And then taking inspiration from Alexander McQueen's spring 2010 collection, I was looking at some fish because it's very like majestic and sea-like. So I was looking at the scales of the fish, and I really like the concept of that. And I kind of got the idea of people would think that within 100 years the whole world would be underwater. So I kind of was going with that conceptual idea. So with this one, this is based off like the tails of the fish, and this one as well, like the ends of the tails of the fish. So I just did that kind of design. And then the bodice part is like the scales of the fish. Again, I didn't add any color. I don't know why I didn't add any color to these, but yeah. Moving on to this page, I looked at Iris van Herpen again. I can't remember what season collection this was. Again, very alien like, kind of wormy as well. And then I wasn't sure what this design was made out of. Like, it looks very wiry and very painful, so I don't actually know what that's made out of. So yeah, I got the idea from this garment here and the one at the top, and found this wire in my 3D class. and was just like mending. I was bending and molding it to a mannequin form that I had in my studio class. And then I started to do a mock-up of my final piece. So I was just trying to whittle down all the ideas that I found. So I really like the concept of like the scaly fish and like the aquamarine type of design. So I used this perspex kind of plastic that you could cut out of, that I used in my laser cutting machine that we have in our 3D room. So I thought I can maybe add that to the fabrics and give it like a scale effect. So I tried that out and did a little sketch, and then I just wrote my little valuation of what I thought that was like. And then guys, this is where I went a bit ham, I went a bit crazy, and this is where I kind of see where my costume design side kind of starts to come out a lot more. I really wanted it to look shiny and kind of scaly, and the way Alexandra McQueen's collection looked. So I got spoons from the £1 store, and God guys, I don't even know how much I paid for all of these spoons. It was so expensive. I spent so much on this project, I really don't know why, but yeah, I had a part-time job at the time. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I bought all of these spoons and attached it to this wire mesh skirt. So again, I was taking the mesh wire idea from the Iris Van Herpen collection, and then I was taking the metallic kind of fish idea from Alexandra McQueen's collection. So I basically covered the whole skirt in spoons to make it look like metal scales. And then I just did another mood board just to get an idea of the color concept and what I wanted. And then I did a few more designs. Again, this time I looked at jellyfish. So this design is inspired by this jellyfish here, and yeah, and then this design is inspired by this kind of transparent fish that kind of has like a ribbed scaly effect on the inside, if you guys can see that. Oh yeah, and then I think I drafted another design. So as you guys can see, I have a video, like I made a little short minute 15-second video where like I had a water image projecting onto the fish scale skirt that I made, and it made it shimmer like as if it was underwater. So it was kind of like a visual art installation piece at the same time. So yeah, and then I found this metallic fabric. I can't remember if I got it from the fabric store or from a or from the charity shop, I can't remember. And then I went on again and found another Iris Van Herpen collection where he did all this kind of perspex pieces with that look like water, and I really like the idea of that. It goes along with my kind of aquamarine fish idea. So I drew some designs. I actually went out I think around the back of my college and was like splashing water and taking photos. So these are actually from actual photos of water that I took myself, and then I just sketched some random ones. And then I found this perspex plastic that we had in our 3D room, and I basically like burned it with a blow dryer in order to create the same effect that Iris Van Herpen did with this one. But I found that it made it go very cloudy because it was a really weird plastic, and guys, it smelled so disgusting. I absolutely hated it, but the idea and the concept was really cool and it came out quite nice. But I don't think it was a perfect plastic, but it was just like the first draft. And then I went to the Alexandra McQueen exhibition to actually see the collection that I was actually inspired by, because it was at the V&A museum. So I just took a few photos. I was up close and I could see like the designs that he did. Just more research. I like the bodice corset and a lot of the other collections that he had. So yeah, it was really nice to actually go there and actually see it up close in person. I really liked the idea of this piece as well. It's very mermaidy because this is actually like a mermaid dress. That's like the original name for it, right? I really liked the idea of this, so I carried this on into some of my last final designs. You guys will see that in a minute. So I did some more plastic samples. As you guys can see, I think I used a different type of plastic this time, and I just did a few bits of draping on my stand as well, just for the color concept. And yeah, just some like color swatches on this weird fabric. I was trying to find something that would hold the weight of the metal spoons, but yeah, I didn't really know where I was going with this, guys. So yeah, this is basically my design, my final design. So this is another scaly one with the water effect, and then this one is inspired by the gold. This piece that I saw by Alexandra McQueen, I really just liked the idea of that. so I just brought that into this concept of my design. But this is the scales, and then this is kind of like a mermaid effect, but this would be like quite transparent and very blue like and aqua like. And then a few more designs. This was inspired by the bodice from one of Alexander McQueen's pieces as well, if you guys remember that, the beige cream one. And then this one is like, this one is very mermaidy. This one, it literally looks like a giant mermaid. And then that bit is like the water effects that I was practicing. So yeah, I did quite a few designs. I got some more here. This one is more inspired by the scales of the fish and the jellyfish, and then this one is inspired by probably all of them combined, I guess. But yeah, this was basically like my final design. I did it in watercolor. I don't know why I decided to add color like this, but yeah, this is basically the basis of what I wanted it to be. What is this? That was, oh, my final statement. So yeah, then I drafted, guys, this was way before I even knew how to make a basic pattern. So I found this yarn fabric. Why I chose this, I really don't know. But yeah, I got someone to model it for me, and I painted it metallic silver. And then I began by adding the scales onto it, which are the spoons. And guys, I hand sewed every single one onto this paper bag skirt thing. I really don't know what I was doing. And then I just draped the top half on a stand. I got this fabric from Shepherd's Bush Market. I just like the aquamarine look to it. And then for like makeup and hair, I wanted to know what I wanted it to look like. So I remember seeing this photo on Instagram by FK Twigs, and I just loved her hair. It was like all gelled, all her baby hairs were gelled, and she had her hair cane rolled, and I just absolutely loved it. And yeah, that was it. The rest of it is on my online portfolio, which I'm going to show you guys any second. So this was my final piece, guys. Yeah, this was it. It's weird kind of going back down memory lane, considering I was like 18, 19 when I made when I made this, but it literally just seems like the other day. But anyway, yeah, I have some random little footage for you guys. I vlogged my end of year exhibition. For some reason I can't seem to find any of the footage other than this. So yeah, this is what my piece looked like. And then this was the footage I was telling you guys about when I put it in front of the projector and projected the sea and the fish onto my design. But yeah, that is my video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.